Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and my gaming news series. This is where I like to look at everything that's going on in the world of gaming and keep you as updated as possible. So let's get on with today's video. About a week ago, I made a video showcasing the demo that Alaskan Truck Simulator developers were showing off at a computer show in Poland. Unfortunately, that footage was filmed with a handheld camera, so it's really hard to see exactly what was going on. The video kept going in and out of focus. Well, since then, the developers have uploaded some proper footage from the demo. I will leave a link in the description to the Steam page where you can watch the footage in full, but in this video I'm going to go through a few sections of the gameplay that really interest me. So you remember in the footage that I showed you in the last video, most of it was done in third person, but here we can see inside the cab. You can also see this sort of selection of the different modes and buttons and switches within the cab. Seems quite intuitive. I really like that. So here we go back to third person, but we'll soon be back in first person. But you can see here the yard is all looking good. I'm not sure what that is on the floor, whether that's meant to represent rubbish, but it's all looking good so far. I also like this section as well, the way that the trucks actually attach to the trailers. It looks like that's done automatically when you pull up, but hopefully there'll be a manual mode for that as well. The scenery in this section looks fantastic, but one thing that does worry me a little bit is the handling of the truck. It looks to have a very generic pivot when you steer left and right. It doesn't really look realistic. Of course, as it says at the top of the screen, this is alpha footage, but I'd like the handling not to appear so generic in the actual final game. I also quite like this bit as well. It's showing that when you're going uphill, if you've got a load on, you know, you're going to be struggling, so there's physics included in the game as well. Here we're getting a first taste of what the weather's like in Alaskan Truck Sim. It looks a really stormy late afternoon, early evening. We're having to pull over because we need to put some oil in the truck. So we're going to go in the back, and it looks like we've got a toolbox in the truck as well where we can keep things. We're going to take some oil out of the truck and go outside. So this is where we can see what it's like to not only drive the trucks but also manage them and walk around as well. So here you've got a fairly basic sort of management of the engine so far. You can pour more oil in there, and when that's done we can check the condition of the engine, and it doesn't need a repair, so we can shut the hood there and get back in and get on our way. I really like that management and the walking around side of the game so far. With that truck management in mind, of course, at times you're going to be needing fuel. So here we are going into the fuel station. It looks like we've got two markers as well. One for the cab, one for the trailer. I'm not sure if you need both of them on green before you can fill up with fuel, but they're just reversing in here. And it looks like you didn't need the trailer to be on green as well, so it's just the cab. So we can go round to the fuel pump, and it looks like you have to choose how much fuel you want first. The animation there is a little bit strange. It's not like you're holding it yourself. It's almost like someone else is doing it, the invisible man, but at least it's immersive enough to have to get out of your cab and actually choose how much fuel you want. The same goes for the shops as well. Now obviously you need to buy things. You can buy stuff for yourself, for your own health, like canned food and chocolate bar. You don't actually enter into the shop. Maybe that's something they're going to do in the future, but for now you just go up to the shop and it becomes a menu, and then you can pick what you need. I like this section as well. Graphically it looks really nice, and something you don't see very often. Look at the fallen tree there, you know, little bits of detail that all add towards the immersion of a believable environment. Of course, Alaska isn't all green and lush. There is the snow and ice section as well, which hopefully is going to add some real element of gameplay to the game. Here you can see that same handling is happening, but one of the things that you are going to struggle with in the snow and ice is grip. Here we have some chains. Pressing E will pick them up and put them in your inventory. Now I'm not sure if this garage is actually like a public garage, something we've stopped by on the road, or whether it's my actual garage, but we're going to go outside. We're going to go to our truck, and for extra grip we're going to actually put the chains on the wheels. Now hopefully this will have an improvement in the handling. You should be able to really notice the sort of before and after, but it's great that you're able to do things like this in the game. Some more bad weather and some lovely lightning there in front of us, and it's a little bit too dangerous to drive. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull over and we're going to check out the sleep function, which is actually pretty good. So we're going to turn everything off, like the ignition, and all the handbrakes are going to go on. And we're going to get into the back. Now here we can just choose a simple sleep, and yeah, very standard. We can choose how long we're going to sleep for. Nothing exciting there, of course. But I do like the way he gets up, he gives a little yawn, and there you are in the back of the truck. I think it looks really good. You can go into the fridge as well, which is another storage box, of course, and we can choose the chocolate bar. We can get up, we can have some food. I think you can see across the top there you've got your icons, which will obviously go up once you yeah, that was your yellow sort of that's gone from 40 to 60%. So I don't know how seriously the game is going to take sort of the survival aspect of the person as well as the truck, but again, it's a great feature to have. And the demo finishes with a look at some of the different weather states. So, you know, you've got the daytime raining, you've got the nighttime driving, you've obviously got, as well as ice, you've got full snow, nighttime snow, which looks really treacherous. And just overall, the polish of the game so far is really encouraging, and it's been great to see this demo in action. There has been quite a bit of skepticism regarding the game over the last few months in what actually the developers have been doing. And I don't think that last video that they released with the handheld camera footage actually helped. People wanted to see more, and they've reacted with this demo. And I think this demo does a really, really good job of showing that there is a game there and it has got huge potential. My interest in these trucking games coming to console are usually for that reason, because we need extra competition to liven up what's currently there. But with this one, I'm interested in it from a PC point of view as well. Yes, of course, we've got Euro Truck and American Truck, but this does seem to bring something unique to the genre, and I am really excited about it. It is coming to PC first, so don't expect it on console straight away, and the release date apparently is the first quarter of this year. I was really impressed by this demo. The only thing that I wasn't sure about was the handling. It did seem to be on this sort of generic pivot depending on whether you steer left or right. So hopefully that gets moved and worked upon, or maybe even demonstrated better than that. But that was my only sort of qualm, if you like, with the demo. But other than that, I thought it looked great. The features were in there, were all fantastic. The only thing I'm going to say again is that I think it needs a rebrand. The ATS, American Truck Sim, Alaskan Truck Sim, and the logo looking so close to American Truck Sim, I think they can do better than that. And I think before release it does need a little rebrand. Maybe ALTS, Alaskan Truck Simulator. Something around that would be a little bit better than trying to replicate what's already there, because it looks like there are some unique features in this game already. That is it, everyone. Leave me a comment in the comment section below letting me know what you thought of the demo, and I will see you in the next one.